must be Dom, right?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Miss Sierra. I'm your social worker.
Nice to meet you.
And Dom, I know that you went with some confidentiality issues and rules with some of my secretary up in the front, so
Yeah.
we are understanding of this, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you signed all the paperwork before. Okay, perfect. So, what brings you in today?
I don't know. I'm just, my grades are slipping at school and just can't get it together.
Can't get it together as in, what classes, what do you mean exactly?
Well, I'm doing the social work program and just not getting stuff, just goofing around, don't care. Losing motivation to do it.
Losing motivation?
Yes.
As in, what do you mean? Do you feel that maybe the course is too difficult, or?
Just losing interest. It just don't appeal to me for some reason. So I'm just like, whatever's about it. Just come to class and do what we gotta do, and
Just do what you gotta do?
do what I gotta do.
Okay, and losing motivation, but yet you're still coming to class. What's bringing you? What's the holding thread that's keeping you here?
Just my parents will get pissed off at me.
Your parents? So you live with your parents
That's
right
correct.
now? Okay, okay. And you are how old again? 32, Dominic?
32 years old.
32 years old, and you're living still with your both parents or just one parent?
Just both parents, yeah.
Both parents, okay.
Stepdad, by the way.
Stepdad, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how's that with your parents right now living at home? I know 32 years old. Did you move back in or how?
Yeah, I moved back in, just couldn't cut it by myself, you know. And coming to graduate school, it's expensive, so yeah, I just couldn't deal with it, you know. So I talked to them, pay a couple bucks, I'm good to go.
Couple bucks as in you help with rent or?
Whatever they need me to pay, rent, bills, food, I'll do it.
So you're coming to grad school and you said you're a full-time student, correct?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, and so are you also working? Are you working full-time, part-time, or are you not working?
I'm working right now, just working a couple shifts here and there when I can, you know, whatever my job gives me, of course.
And how many hours a week do you maybe roughly work?
If I could work 40, I could, but can't do it, so like 20 to 30, somewhere around there.
20 to 30 hours?
Yeah.
And is that during the week, on the weekends, at night?
During the weekend, nighttime, yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel that's maybe a little too much for you right now? Or because I know from my understanding of the social work program, I am a social worker, I've been to the grad program as well.
Cool, all right.
So I know it's very difficult. Do you feel as if maybe work stresses you out? Or no?
No, why would work stress me out? I can handle that.
Okay.
So why would you ask something like that for?
Because I remember when I was a student, where I was working 20 to 25 hours as a master's level student, just like you were, a grad student, correct?
But if you did it, how come I can't do it then?
Because, just sometimes it's just different things. We're all different people. I had the support of friends and family, and I thought that was my string to hold on to. So, do you feel like maybe, where's your support system? Let me ask you that.
Sometimes I feel for like my classmates, really.
Okay.
My classmates are cool with them, text them, goof around, whatever. Do projects.
Okay. So classmates.
Yeah, but I kind of just tell them so much. I'm not going to tell them everything about myself, For what? Everybody wears a mask. Well, might as well put a mask on myself too,
And why do you feel like you need to put a mask on?
I gotta tell people about myself, everybody, people are so prideful now these days that they ain't gonna tell about their problems, or what they're going through. If I'm having trouble with a certain concept in class, I'm not gonna tell nobody. Might as well just assume the role just like everybody else.
And do you feel like that's a necessity to maybe just survive kind of the program, kind of get through it?
Whatever works, For me, they're not requiring me to be an A student. I don't need to be an A student. I just gotta get this done.
Who's they?
Other students are here, getting good grades on a test and whatnot.
Sounds like that frustrates you.
Not really. Get a B and still pass and keep going. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay. So you said that classmates were your support. How about at home? I know that you stated you moved back, correct?
Correct.
Do you feel like you're getting support from maybe your parents or family members?
Yeah, my dad's a Mexican person. He doesn't believe in school and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I mean, it's your opinion. That's what you're entitled to, you know?
Oh.
I mean, he took care of me. I mean, why not? I mean, if he feels that's whatever he feels, whatever. My mother, on the other hand, she's kind of like cool about it. She wanted to do a social work thing too, and just couldn't keep up with it. So, you know, yeah.
So who do you feel out of both your mother and your father? Who do you feel you have the most support and the least support from?
Of course, my dad. Yeah, you know, don't have that support from him.
Not at all.
It's hard because he's like nitpicking, saying things here and there, and it's like whatever. You know, mom on the other hand, yeah, she supports me, so I'll say she's a support at home.
And nitpicking with your dad, as in, what does that mean in particular?
Nitpicking is like, you know, what are you still doing there? How many times you already graduated? What are you gonna do with it? You know, Mexican culture, we gotta work on our hands. You know, we don't. That's what we're born to do. Nothing more than that. So I go with it.
Is there a lot of tension at home because of that?
I mean, sometimes, you know, but I mean, for me, you know, class, work is my escape, you know.
Escape from the...
Just the comments, I mean, stuff like that just gets to me, you know. So.
Okay. How about, is there any tension between, well, I know that there's tension between you and your father. Is there, because of the tension you both have, is your mom involved in some way?
Well, she kind of is like the mediator type deal person, you know, just try to get in the middle of it, but like I get frustrated with it. I don't, you know, tell her to stay out of it, and I just handle my business. And,
And how long ago did you move back with your parents?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and you started the program, when was it again?
Just this year.
Okay, so when?
So I'm really new at this, you know.
Okay, so has a tension been going on ever since you just started the program, or has there been tension before?
I mean, it was before, and that was kind of the reason why I kind of did what I did. And I came back because I couldn't cut it, you know. So, you know, grad school's expensive, so yeah, I couldn't cut it. And I came back, you know, red flags obviously were there, but I said, you know, I got to do what I got to do. So, and then nobody get in my way, so I'll do what I got to do.
Okay, so you just kind of ignore your dad then?
Just filter them out.
Tune him out?
Tune them out.
Wow. And so far in the grades that you've been getting, Tom, how are your grades? How are they? Tell me about that.
I mean, to the program standards, not really good. To my standards, whatever's, you know.
And what are your standards?
Just get a B.
And that's what you've been getting, B's lately?
B minuses, stuff like that, but, you know, I just want to finish. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, now do you try hard in school for those B's, or is it just kind of like mediocre?
I kind of like come to class, I read stuff real quick, and just take a chance to see how I do.
Sounds to me like you're very, very intelligent. Not a lot of grad students say that. A lot of them very much struggle.
I don't know. I mean, you say that. I mean, but you might be just telling me that just to you know, make me feel better about it.
Oh no, trust me, Dom. If I can tell you anything just to kind of empower you and let you know that I very much admire you, is that when I was your age, when I was going through grad school, I very much struggled. And to hear this from what you're telling me now, I very much props to you if I can tell you that. Because a lot of students I receive, they're grad students as well, they struggle. Yeah. And from all the pressure that I'm hearing so far from home and the tension, I congratulate you for, even though you don't let anything get in your way.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and then too, the program too, I mean, social work, and no offense to you, you know, but it's like quite a few dudes in the class, you know, most of them, everybody else is like nothing but females, and it's kind of weird, you know, like, would I get a nursing or something? It felt so weird like that, you know. So they got a couple weird dudes in the class too, so.
Couple weird dudes in the class?
Yeah, it's just, you know, I really don't talk to them too much, much. They're whatever, you know, they're just too loud, and I ain't about that, so I stay away from it. So, you know, I'm like a high on by basis, you know, whatever's. So, I think, you know, there's some are outspoken. They just wear masks to class and like whatever. So they're just acting just like me too, just putting a good front, whatever. Do what they got to do. So.
Sounds to me like you're a little frustrated with some of maybe your classmates too.
Well, I mean, they're reminiscent of stuff at home, you know, just loud and, you know, act like everything's all good. It's not, you know.
No.
No.
Do you feel you have to wear your mask every single day?
We all do. It's not just on home. I think we all do. I mean, you're a social worker. You're putting a mask on. How are you at home? I'm sure you're probably not the same person.
Oh, we're all. You're very right, Dom. We're all humans, and we all have our struggles, and we all have to sometimes. You know what? There's some days where you just gotta wear your mask, and it's the only thing that blocks you.
That's
you know?
true.
But you know, as human beings, we also gotta get ourselves up too.
Yeah.
And go on every single day and find the strength somehow.
How would do that though?
How would we do that?
What would you suggest? You know, I mean, you know, eventually mask comes off, and you know, I don't know how that filter anymore. You know, might say something crazy to these people in class. Might go crazy at home. How do I deal with that?
How would you deal with that? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. What would you suggest?
Okay, so, well, how have you been doing it so far, though, Dom?
Well, just different. I mean, just trying to tune it out. I mean, I have some jams on my phone. Listen to that. Don't worry about what people got to say, you know, and just come and go and get my stuff done. That's it. You know.
Have you talked to anybody else about this besides me, or is this your very first time?
This is my first time. I mean, I believe in social work field. You gotta get help, and I'm like, well, who better to go talk to than a social worker? Maybe understand my point of view. You know, I ain't trying to talk to no psychologist or anybody else. They don't know what's up.
They don't?
No.
Any of your friends know what's going on with you or no?
Not really. I mean, I kind of like goof around, so it kind of like eases attention in class, but you know, they got their own things. They got their own lives. Why would they care? You know.
But they should care if they are your friends. Why don't you try talking to one of them?
It's kind of hard to sometimes, you know.
Why?
Just the fact that they might think it'd be weird or reject what I say, and then might look at me. You know how people are. You tell them something, and you know they stereotype you and they judge you, and you know, it's just I don't want to say nothing. So I figured, well, hell, I'll just have a little fun in class, and you know, just go about my business. You know, I mean, if they really cared, they would ask. You know, I mean, when the social worker sees if there's something wrong.
Okay, but maybe sometimes we don't know what's going on, and sometimes we need to speak up and let someone else know.
I don't know. It's just hard to, you know. It's hard to. I mean, you can't talk to people at home, and you come to school, and people got their own lives, their own agendas. I mean, why are they going to care? You know, why am I going to interfere with the things they got to do?
Do you have any? Let me ask you a different question. Do you have any siblings or anyone else that sees what you're going through, so maybe it's easier to open up to them because they know what's going on?
No, not really. No, I don't got no siblings. Just
you're an only child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just doing my thing, you know. So.